Morning, my dear students. Today we will move forward for the fundamental of the constant K type of the filter. In my previous video, we have seen in details of the types of the filter and different types of the filter and its characteristics. Then characteristics of the impedances of the symmetrical network we have seen. In my previous video we have seen what is the difference between the decibel unit, then Nipper, what is the difference between Nipper and decimal units. That parts we have studied in my previous video. For this video we have understand what are the different characteristics of the impedances of the symmetrical network. Before that I have selected one field T point, means whenever necessary I have to be explained that time. Here is the symmetrical T network. For symmetrical T network, the series arm impedance and the shunt arm impedance, means basically the network is categorized into the two types or two parts. Rather we called it is the two part, which is called as the series arm and the shunt arm. Means series arm means it is connected in the series fashion, shunt arm is connected in the parallel fashion, so that its impedances should be given Z1 and Z2, which is equal to Z1 by 2. So that here is the basically the T network, and in the T network which is equal to Z2, means these two T network will be connected in parallel, so that here is the Z1 Z2 upon Z1 plus Z2, means here is the 2Z2, here is the 2Z2 plus 2Z2 Z2 upon Z21 Z2, therefore which is equal to 4Z2 square upon 4Z2. Z2 gets cancelled, therefore here is the only the Z2 will be remaining. That's why 1 upon Z2 which is equal to Z2. In this way we have to be seen there is a equivalent resistance between the series arm impedance, so that here is the Z1 by 2 and Z1 by 2 upon 2Z2 Z2, this is the 2L section, and here is the Z1 by 2 Z1 by 2 upon 2Z2, this is the T section of the symmetrical network. Then in case of the symmetrical pi network, there is a Z1 by 2 Z1 by 2, instead of the Z1 by 2 only we have to be find out here the Z1, and the parallel pi section it will be to form the 2Z2, and it is look like the pi symbol, that's why it is called as the symmetrical pi network. So both T and pi network can be considered as the build up the unsymmetrical L half sections. L half section. So, my dear student, you keep in mind while you design of the any filters, there is a T section and the pi section. In the T section there are the two network will be formed, means this is the here is the T section, this is the pi section. In the pi section there is a here is the Z1 and here is the Z2 by 2, Z2 by 2, and here is the Z2 by 2, that will be connected in parallel as per the previous explanation. Sorry, here is the 2Z2, that's why here is the 2Z2 and here is the 2Z2, means as per the previous explanation it is given by 2Z2, and in case of the here Z1 by 2 Z1 by 2, in case of the T network, this is the T network, there are the two series arm impedance and the one shunt arm impedance. In this way, this is the T network, that's why here is the Z1 by 2, here is the Z1 by 2, here is also Z1 by 2, and here is the Z2. You always keep in mind while you design the any network, there is a symmetrical T and pi section as well as the unsymmetrical L half section. That will be depend upon that the connected together in the one fashion of the T and oppositely for the pi network. So series connection of several T network and pi network leads to so called as the ladder network, and which is the indistinguishable one form of the other except for the end or terminating the L half section. So here the n number of the T sections will be connected in a series form to form the ladder network of the T section. Suppose Z1 by 2, Z1 by 2, Z1 by 2. Here basically I break the network here. There are the three T section network, means this is the first T section network, here is the second T section network, and here is the third T section network. Means there are the three T section network are connected in series form to form the ladder network of the T sections. So here is the ladder network is built from the pi section. Means here is also I have break the network. Here is the first pi section network, here is the second pi section network, and here is the third pi section network, and hence it is the connected in the pi section network. There is Z1, 2 Z2, 2 Z2. There is a Z1 by 2, Z1 by 2, and Z2. And here is the Z1, 2 Z2, 2 Z2. In this way, there are the n number of the pi section network are connected to form the ladder network. So the parallel shunt arm will be combined. So for symmetrical network and the image impedance Z1i, Z2i are equal to each other, and the image impedance is called as the characteristic impedance, or which is called as the interactive impedance Z0. Characteristic impedance, it is represented by the Z0. So if the symmetrical T network is determined, in the input impedance will also be Z0, or the impedance transformation ratio is the unity, then the term interactive impedance is apparent if the terminating impedance Z0 is considered as the input impedance of the chain. So that here characteristic impedance of the symmetrical pi network. So while we have designed any types of the filter, so that there are the two important parameter. First important parameter about that, there is the input impedance, and second is the characteristics impedance. These are the important parameter while we design the any types of the filter circuit. In case of the T section network, there are the input impedance, and that input impedance is treated as the Z1 in, and the output impedance or characteristic impedance is the Z0. Then one more important parameter about that, while we design the any filter, there are the two port network. This is basically the two port network. Means here is the one dash is the input port, where we have able to apply the source, and the 2 and 2 dash is the output port, and from that output port we have connected the load resistance, which is called as the characteristics impedance. Okay, in between that there is to connect the T network. Here is to form the T network. Means here there is two connection of the resistance, here is two connection of the resistance, and one more the resistance to here, and to form the T network. So here you have connected as per our rule Z1 by 2, here is the Z1 by 2, and here is the Z2. If it is connected in the parallel, then how Z1 and Z2, 2Z2. Okay, in this way the characteristic impedance of the symmetrical T network will be defined. So for T network, our aim is to be find out the input impedance and the output impedance. So that here input impedance we have to be calculated the Z1 by 2 plus. So how it will be find out? See here, we have looking at the input side. Okay, once we have to be looking at the input side, then this resistance are connected in series with the parallel combination of this both. Okay, so once the current will be coming to the here at a junction point here, then current will be divided. Current will be divided into the two form. Here is the one is the current is flowing through the Z2 network, and another current is flowing through the Z1 by 2 in series with the Z0. So Zin, which is equal to Z1 by 2 plus Z2 into Z1 by 2 plus Z0. In this way, we have to be find out the input impedance. So that Zin, which is equal to Z1 by 2 plus Z2 into Z1 by 2 plus Z0 upon Z1 by 2 plus Z2 plus Z0. So that we know that for the input impedance and the output impedance should be equal. So that we have to be substitute the here there is a Z0 which is equal to Zin, Z of in. So we have to be substitute this value in this equation. So what we do here, Z0 which is equal to Z1 square upon 4 plus here Z1. Okay, means we have to be take the cross multiplication. Here we have take the cross multiplication. Then Z1 square upon 4 plus Z1 Z2 plus Z1 Z0 Z1 Z0 plus Z2 upon Z0 and Z1 upon 2 plus 2Z2 plus Z0. So take the cross multiplication to the here. So Z1 by 2 here and 2 will be taken as a here, and that will be travel into the numerator. That's why the Z0 which is equal to Z1 square upon 4 plus Z1 Z2 plus Z2 Z0 plus Z1 Z0 upon 2 upon Z1 Z2 plus Z2 plus Z0. So that Z0 then what we do here after the simplification, the Z1 square upon 4 plus Z1 Z2. In this way the Z2 square means Z0 will be taken as a common for here. Then there is some common parameter to get cancelled to the here after the simplification, and to form the final expression there is a Z2 square which is equal to Z1 square upon 4, this Z2 square which is equal to Z1 square upon 4 plus Z1 Z2. Once you take the Z1 and Z2 is a common, then this equation should be formed. That slide we have seen afterward. Z2 square which is equal to Z1 Z2 inside the bracket 1 here is the 1 plus this will be taken as a common. That's why here Z1 square, so that Z1 Z2 is a common. That's why Z1 upon 4 Z2 upon 4 Z2 means this is the inside term, means Z2 square which is equal to Z1 Z2 inside the bracket 1 plus Z1 upon 4 Z2. That part we have seen here. So symmetrical impedance for the symmetrical T section, so that ZOT which is equal to under root of Z1 square upon 4 plus Z1 Z2 which is equal to root of Z1 Z2 into 1 plus Z1 upon 4 Z2. So for characteristic impedance is the Z0 impedance if the terminates the symmetrical network, and its input impedance will also be Z0. So that Z0 is fully decided by the network intrinsic properties such as the physical dimension and the electrical properties of the network. So characteristic impedance of the pi section we have seen here. Before seeing the characteristics of the pi section, just we have to be summarize it. the symmetrical T section. For this video we have understand about the characteristic impedance of the symmetrical network. Then symmetrical T section network, basically it will be categorized into the 2L section and pi section, the Z1 and Z2 which is equal to Z1 by 2. In symmetrical pi section, the ZA and ZB which is equal to 2 Z2, that will be shown to the here. Then T and pi network considered as the unsymmetrical L sections, and if it is connected in a series form and if it is connected one after another for the T section and pi section, then it is called as the ladder network. Then this is shown by the ladder network. Then we have to be calculated the characteristic impedance for the T section. In case of the characteristic impedance of the T section, characteristic impedance of the T section, then it will be categorized about that the Z0 square which is equal to Z1 square upon 4 plus Z1 Z2. Once we have to be taken the characteristic impedance for the symmetrical T section, then ZOT, it will be stands for the characteristic impedance about the this ZOT is the characteristic impedance about the T section, and which is equal to square root of Z1 square upon 4 plus Z1 Z2. Once we have to be taken this parameter is a common, then your equation is a modified square root of Z1 Z2 into inside the bracket 1 plus Z1 upon 4 Z2, so that the characteristic impedance is the Z0 impedance. If the terminated as the symmetrical network, its input impedance will be Z0. So that Z0 is a fully decided by the network intrinsic properties such as the physical dimension and the electrical properties of the network. So up to the here we have seen that to find out the characteristic impedance of the T section network. If any query, any doubts, please write on my comment page. Please subscribe my channel and please like or to share this video. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.